Hello, everyone, and welcome to session 5 on the Smart Stage at Event Tech Live US and Canada. I'm joined by Lauren Sommers, the VP of Corporate Marketing at Hopin, and her session today is a new hybrid normal, how technology will power the future of live events and experiences. Lauren, over to you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for allowing me to join all of you today. I'm so excited to be here at Event Tech Live, and we're going to explore with all of you the new hybrid normal and how technology is powering the future of events and experiences. Quick introduction. I know they just said this, but I'm Lauren Sommers. I'm the VP of Corporate Marketing at Hopin. I'm originally born and raised in Arizona, now located in the Bay Area just for over 8 years, where I reside in the East Bay with my husband and 2 children, Josh and Jordan. As long as I can remember, connecting people at live events has been my passion. I've had the opportunity to work with amazing brands like Blue Yonder, formerly JDA Software, Marketo, which is now an Adobe company, App Annie, most recently Gainsight, and now Hopin. There, I focus my energy on large-scale conferences, bring 1,000 to 8,000 attendees, and I've come to know places like Moscone and tons of other venues as my second home. At Hopin, we're a virtual experiences platform, and we're redefining how people around the world connect their immersive video experiences. It is an exciting time to be part of the fastest growing companies driving innovation in the events industry and beyond. Now, you might be wondering, brought a B2B on-site live events marketer to Hopin. Like many of you, the world was disrupted by the pandemic. At 7 months pregnant with my second son, the world shifted. I was tasked by my former CEO of Gainsight, Nick Mehta, to pivot our 5,000 in-person event to a virtual event in just under 60 days. The team pulled it off, and needless to say, we watched our registration grow from 5,000 to 22,000 virtual attendees. I watched people engage and connect in a different way that brought me to the forefront of this shift. When the opportunity arose to join Hopin, I fell in love with the founding story, its purpose-driven mission and customer-first reputation, which all has been built in less than 2 years. It's actually hard to believe that just this past weekend, we celebrated Hopin's second birthday. It's a true testament to incredible team, as well as a rapidly evolving industry. In 2019, our CEO, Johnny, created Hopin after being confined to his home due to an autoimmune disorder. He truly missed in-person connection and decided to create a better, more engaging way to join events virtually. He set out to achieve what no one had to date, creating a virtual experience that feels like you are. Ultimately, Johnny founded Hopin to create a future where people have access to ideas, conversations, and communities that they care most, no matter where they are in the world. In 2020 to 2021, Hopin set out on an aggressive acquisition strategy to position the company as a multi-product platform to deliver the most engaging experiences possible. Hopin recently acquired video streaming and mobile tech startups StreamYard, Jam, and Streamable, all products that will allow us to continue to enable hybrid participation. Today, in less than a year, Hopin has scaled quickly, and we are now helping over 95,000 plus organizations create experiences for their communities all around the world with a distributed workforce of 550 plus in more than 42 countries. So you're probably asking, what does the future of shared experiences look like? For many of you today, other event professionals around the globe, this last year was like an earthquake for us. In a socially distanced world, we were no longer able to do the thing we love the most, bring people together for in-person experiences. Yet, in spite of all the adversity, I saw my tribe and all of you respond with ingenuity. Like so many, my team pivoted to a new way to bring people together, virtual events. Very quickly, we have all realized that virtual events have a lot to offer. While they couldn't reproduce that feeling of sharing a physical space with spirits, they did allow us to reach more people across geographic barriers and create new kinds of connection. Now, as post-pandemic future comes into focus, fingers tightly crossed, we are eager to bring back in-person events. But I'm not as eager to let go of the lessons I've learned from hosting online events. That's where hybrid comes in. Hybrid events bring together the best parts of in-person and human connection of in real life and reach inclusiveness of online. Indeed, for my team, hybrid is actually going to be the new model. My favorite line of the post-pandemic is hybrid is not new. That is correct, it is not new. Hybrid elements have been part of event professionals' bag of tricks for a very long time. What is new is the technology that surrounds it, the sophisticated data insights driving information, and now the proven ROI. Shared experiences have forever changed for the better by integrating virtual and live event components. Hybrid is today, and we are seeing immense value in 4 key areas of hybrid experiences. Let's start off with scalability. Over the past year, our experience with virtual gatherings have shown us that physical barriers need not to stand in the way of reaching large distributed audiences. By adding an online layer to a physical event, it becomes possible to both accommodate more of your potential audience and enable more of that audience to join so that you can achieve higher levels of attendance from the hundreds to hundreds of thousands. As an example, The Atlantic hosted an online version conference on Hopin. Its attendance grew 13x compared to its prior in-person events. I shared similar results at Gainsight when our conference grew from 5,000 to 22,000. For a brand of global reach can translate into so many things: greater brand awareness, increased audience engagement, expanded website traffic and form fills, even more revenue. Hybrid allows for more inclusive events. Fully physical events are location bound. The only people who can attend are those who are already in that location, or those who have that funding and resources and ability to travel and travel safely and with the health. Not only exclusivity shortchange your brand by limiting reach arbitrarily to those who nearest to your venue, it also hurts content quality. For example, top shelf speakers or presenters may not be able to commit to a full day or 2 to participate in person events. In contrast, a hybrid event opens an online channel for participation. Presenters and attendees can join from anywhere in the world, helping to enrich event content with a diverse set of speakers and perspectives. For presenters and speakers, this means a commitment of a few hours rather than just a few days, so that they can book more engagements and grow their brand. I know personally, as a mom of 2 kids, it has made it easier for me to speak here today at today's event, given that it's virtual. For attendees, this means higher quality of programming and the ability to engage with brands, content, and attendees, even if an event is taking place in a different city or country. That includes avoiding the need to request approvals for costs of travel. I can't tell you the amount of times over the years that I've had to write an ROI letter to help people justify the purchase of a ticket and for them to travel and get those expenses covered by their company. This eliminates that completely. I truly love that there has been the ability to attract in-demand speakers and panelists because the friction of traveling and scheduling is reduced. For instance, when The Information planned an online version of its WTF Summit, Women in Tech, Media, and Finance, they were able to snag acclaimed speakers like Lauren Powell-Jobs from Emerson Collective and Emily Weiss from Glossier, who would not have been able to participate in a physical event. It opens up so many opportunities to get amazing talent at your event. ROI. We have seen so much ROI from our events this year. The expanded reach of hybrid events almost comes at a significantly lower cost than if you were to increase the size of a 100% physical event. I cannot even imagine if we had to pay for the cost of a 22,000 person event in person versus a 5,000 person event. Adding an online layer to our in-person events lets us grow attendance and at a dramatically lower marginal cost, meaning we don't need to rent a larger or additional event space. When we're able to increase the payout of an event, specifically by attracting a huge new audience, which may even monetize, without a proportional increase in cost, we're able to generate a greater ROI on the event. Engagement. Hybrid transforms the nature of the audience participation. It allows you to engage, network with others you might not have ever met otherwise. Hybrid events offer a significant advantage because they also allow participants to communicate with each other, open up a multi-directional flow of information. For example, online participants, meaning both presenters and attendees, can engage with other online participants. And then online participants can reach out to and communicate with in-person participants and vice versa. With in-person participants, they can find and connect with other in-person participants via the online platform. Data. One of the most powerful aspects of online events is analytics. I have been blown away by the granular data and sophisticated insights I've been able to draw from virtual events, thanks to reporting available in some virtual event platforms. Those insights have an incredible value in helping us determine the true ROI on an event and optimizing future events based on audience behavior. But they also have also have the ability to inform our content, marketing, and business strategies more broadly, giving us a clearer picture of the value props, are more persuasive with what pain points are actually happening with our audience and what topics and ideas resonate with them. We can track what sessions they go to, if they liked it, how they rated it, what their NPS score is. Crucially, analytics is platform dependent, which is why it's important to select the right software or digital environment for your event if you want to take advantage of that opportunity. Most often, this means using an online event platform. I know I said 4, but I had to throw in a few bonus topics here. Content. Marketers have a responsibility not just to think about the content during the event, but what happens afterwards. Where does it go? What can we do with it? You can record all your presentations, keynotes, panels, Q&A. Then you can repurpose full recordings, clips, sizzles, or highlight reels for fresh organic paid content for weeks or months. And I've even seen people use it for multiple years. Earlier, we talked about global reach. Recorded content is a great way to replay the event for other time zones in order to broaden reach and impact, giving a global approach. Drive new leads by making sessions available on demand behind email gates. Nurture your online community by circulating event content and continuing vital conversations. Improve ad performance by using video clips on paid social channels, and get SEO value from your event content by transcribing and posting as articles on your company blog. Where in-person events typically have limits, hybrid events can extend the impact we have across time, channels, and old and new audiences. Sustainability. Going forward, sustainability will be increasingly critical consideration for event managers. Over the last year, we saw how virtual dramatically reduced the carbon footprint of events. Instead of large in-person venues, hundreds of thousands of people traveling by car or airplane, and a lot of waste generated, online events made it possible to bring together larger groups of people at minimal cost to the environment. Hybrid has similar advantages. For the same event size, hybrid could be much more environmentally friendly than an in-person event. For example, instead of having 25,000 people join in person for a 100% physical conference might entail 5,000 people joining in person, with the remaining 20,000 or 50 or 100, however many joining remotely. Without sacrificing reach, we can encourage less travel, use a smaller physical space, generate less waste, and require fewer resources to host an event. In other words, the great scale that hybrid allows doesn't have to come at the cost of the environment. Technology is truly powering the future of shared experiences. With a product portfolio that spans live streaming, content hosting, and team-based collaboration, Hopin has become an invaluable partner to customers, and it is paving the way for the future of hybrid events. So much that we are creating our first Hopin hybrid event called Illuminate. Illuminate will shed light on shared experiences while giving attendees both virtually and on-site behind-the-scenes experience of the making of a hybrid event. The entire event will be live from LA. I'll drop the link in the chat for anyone who's interested in registering. It's completely free. At Hopin, we think of hybrid like this. There once was a time when we had used the term smartphone, but now we don't, because everyone has a smartphone. So soon we won't have to differentiate an event with a virtual component by saying it's a hybrid event. It will just be an event, because hybrid will be the norm. Be sure to visit to follow us on Hopin if you want to learn more, and visit our booth at stand 12, and I'll open it up to Q&A.
Lauren, fantastic presentation there covering a lot of the reasons why we should go hybrid. Sustainability being one of my favorite ones there. We're quite passionate about sustainability here at Event Tech Live and Event Industry News. Um, I know the question of the day is, what does hybrid look like from an event design perspective, right? You know, should it happen at the same time? Should it happen consecutively? Should they actually happen maybe slightly separately? So a digital component versus a physical component maybe a few days later or even the following week. What does that look like to you? Do you have any insight from the events and the organizers that you're already working with doing hybrid events that you might be able to share with the audience that's watching today?
Yeah, I think the best part about the concept of hybrid events, having the ability to have the digital component incorporated into the live event, is then space it out. You could either choose to replay it at a later date. I don't think that people should try to create the identical experiences. You can't give someone at home an identical experience as someone on site. And I think that's one of the biggest challenges that event professionals are trying to do right now. They're trying to mimic, right? They're saying, how do I give the exact same? You're not going to. So I think people need to throw that out the window and try to create a unique experience for the people who are online and a unique experience for the people on site. And then find small ways to bring those together, that being networking, or that bring polls or chats, or giving it, small windows in or insight into the actual the live world. One of the things that we're actually doing to get people at home a view is we're having like a steady cam at our hybrid event where people can just see the live going on all the time. So that they can just like watch from what it would feel like to be in there. And so those are the types of moments that you want to create for the virtual experience, but the on-site experience aren't necessarily getting those types of experiences.
Yeah, no, I think that's a great way to look at things. And I love the idea of the Steadicam giving people like kind of a peek into what's happening in the room, like I guess like the fly on the wall kind of scenario, right?
Yep, exactly.
I'm really excited to see what Hopin does over the next 12, 18 months, 2 years. I can remember speaking to Johnny back in December of 2019 myself on the phone before he'd even come out of beta. And it's hard to argue that you guys haven't just gone leaps and bounds and really offered a platform in a time of need for the events industry that was there to help them still continue to deliver their events, even though it be in a virtual guise. And now as that partner that's going to help them deliver their hybrid and the physical elements of their events as well. So thank you very much for coming on today and speaking to us about Hopin's journey and how you see hybrid events in the future. For any of the attendees watching, if you'd like to connect with Lauren or the Hopin team, you can do that through the platform, and we will see you in the next session.
Sounds good. Thank you so much for having me.